France's foreign ministry recently announced that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is immune from prosecution by the International Criminal Court, ICC. This statement follows the ICC's issuance of arrest warrants for Netanyahu and his former defense minister, Yoav Gallant, for war crimes and crimes against humanity related to the ongoing conflict in Gaza. According to France's foreign ministry, immunity provisions for leaders of states that are not members of the ICC apply to Netanyahu. Israel, which is not a signatory to the Rome Statute that established the ICC, benefits from these immunity rules. France clarified that a non-member state's leaders are entitled to immunity from prosecution under the ICC, as such states are not bound by the court's jurisdiction. This includes Netanyahu and any other ministers named in the warrant. France indicated that if the ICC were to request their arrest, this immunity must be considered. French Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot had earlier stated that certain heads of state could enjoy immunity from ICC prosecution. When questioned on whether France would arrest Netanyahu if he entered French territory, Barrot refrained from giving a definitive answer. While he affirmed France's commitment to international justice and its obligations to cooperate with the ICC, he noted that the issue of immunity for leaders is addressed in the court's statutes, and ultimately it would be for the judicial authorities to decide. The ICC issued arrest warrants for Netanyahu, Gallant, and Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif this month, which Netanyahu has strongly criticized. Joseph Borrell, the European Union's foreign policy chief, remarked that the arrest warrants are binding and should be carried out, but France has taken a more cautious approach compared to some other European nations. Barrot's comments were the first official recognition from a senior French figure that immunity may apply to Netanyahu. Reports suggest that Netanyahu expressed anger over the arrest warrants in a phone call with French President Emmanuel Macron, reportedly urging Paris not to enforce the decision. France has been actively involved in efforts to de-escalate violence in the Middle East, including brokering a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, which came into effect on Wednesday. The legal complexities surrounding Netanyahu's immunity arise from the Rome Statute. Article 27 of the statute asserts that immunity does not prevent the ICC from exercising a jurisdiction over individuals. Yet Article 98 states that a state cannot act contrary to its obligations under international law regarding diplomatic immunity. France's position has sparked criticism. Amnesty International condemned the stance as deeply problematic, arguing that it contradicts France's obligations as a member of the ICC. Anne Sabino-Barres, president of Amnesty France, urged the French government to reaffirm its duty under the Rome Statute to execute the arrest warrants rather than imply that ICC indictees could be immune from arrest. Marine Tondelier, leader of France's Green Party, accused the French government of shamefully yielding to Netanyahu's demands. She suggested that the French government's position was likely influenced by an agreement with Israel, highlighting the mention of France in the official ceasefire statement between Israel and Lebanon. Meanwhile, Barrot celebrated the ceasefire as a significant diplomatic achievement, expressing optimism that it could lead to much-needed reforms in Lebanon after years of political crisis. The ceasefire agreement stipulates that Israeli forces will withdraw from southern Lebanon to be replaced by a substantial deployment of the Lebanese armed forces, with France playing a pivotal role in this process. This ongoing diplomatic maneuvering reflects the delicate balance France seeks to maintain between supporting international law and navigating its relations with Israel in the midst of a volatile geopolitical situation.